guys, welcome back to my channel. I am bringing you my secret project, and yes, I do talk with my hands. If you're new here, my name is EAHamm, and I like to provide writing tips as well as encouragement to writers and aspiring authors, as well as I do touch a little bit about depression, anxiety, and grief, and how it has affected my life and my own personal writing journey. If that sounds like something that you would like, go ahead and click subscribe, and without further ado, let's get started. As I was saying, I am revealing a part of my secret project for 2019. So many different authors and writers have made videos of their goals for the year, and I decided I was going to have one major goal because a lot happened around the holidays, and I decided that one major goal was all I needed at this time in my life. I have been working on since last summer on a project which is nonfiction, and it covers the subject of grief. Now, some of you may want to turn this off and say, I'm good, I don't want to know about it, and that's fine, it's not for you. But even though I do love to write young adult fiction and I do write poetry, this has been something that has been on my mind since the day it really changed my life. And let me tell you, it is not something that I would have chosen to do, because this is a very hard subject, especially when it hits so close to home. But being able to work through my grief process and being able to sit down with a grief counselor, as well as attend multiple grief groups and getting to know different people that have gone through this similar thing, I realized that my story might be able to touch or help someone else. And while it may be a very, very hard subject to write, I feel called to write it. Have you ever just known you're supposed to write something? I'm sure that you have. I'm sure as a writer, you felt a need to write something. And just because you write fiction, and just because you might write a completely different genre, doesn't make it any less than the others. Most of the time as a writer, we do write a piece of ourselves, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. This happens to be very, very true, and it hits very, very close to my own heart. So that is the secret project that I have been working on since last summer. And let me tell you, there have been times when I have written maybe a paragraph and had to put it down for a week and even a month. And the biggest break that I took, I believe it was last August. It was either July or August, and I didn't pick it up again until January. I thought it would take me years and years to write, but I was able to sit down, and this is something that I am not pantsing one single bit. I know I have told you in the past that I like to kind of pre-plan and then basically write by the seat of my pants. This is something that has been taken, I have taken clear, concise measures to have it done correctly. Not that you can write your own story incorrectly, but I want to be able to write this in a way that it's easy for someone who is going through the grief process, or they know of someone going through the grieving process, that they won't yawn and put the book down and say, this is just too hard, I can't do it. And even though it might be simple reading, I don't expect everyone to run out to the store as soon as it's on the shelves and purchase it. But that is my secret project. I wanted to reveal that to you today, and it's kind of holding me accountable because I want to have that published this summer. The date of the publication will be announced. The title will be announced. The cover will be announced. I'll do all of that in the correct order. But it's looking like more and more I will give myself to the middle or the end of March to have the first draft done. Then I will go out and I will ask for beta readers, etc. I have a dear friend of mine who has helped me a great deal with this. He has encouraged me to write this. He actually has worked with grieving people for over 30 years. And he holds the grief meetings and groups that I have attended. And I call him my friend because over the course of the past almost 4 years, he has become my friend and mentor. And he has helped me work through this process. Let me start off or finish up this by saying there is no correct way to grieve. And if you are grieving, whether it be a divorce or just finances or even a death, there's no one particular way to grieve. We all grieve our own way, and there is not a set time. Ever. Love knows no end. True love knows no end. And I know that I will grieve the death of my father for the rest of my life because I will love him for the rest of my life. And the same will go for you. If you love someone or something has basically ripped your heart out, you probably will grieve that. That scar will always be there. But you can get through this. And I can say this with a true smile. I'm not being fake at all. I still do have my moments where I cry. I have my moments where I'm angry. And writing this book has been very therapeutic for me. But that is my secret project that I have been working on, and that I will be moving forward to get that published this year. Hopefully this summer. I say hopefully, because life happens. And as you know, I work a job and, have all these other responsibilities. So is there something that you would like to see possibly or discuss about grief? If so, go ahead and leave your comments below. And don't forget to click subscribe and like this video. And like I say each and every week to you writers, just keep writing.